Welcome to Career Journeys, a series of videos by the Consortium for Public Education. Here we explore the career experiences and pathways of professionals from a wide variety of careers to help you think about the skills you'll need and the paths you might take after high school.
Hi, I'm Debbie Pixton with the Consortium for Public Education. Today I'm interviewing James Bish, brokerage sales manager at First Commonwealth Advisors. Thank you so much for joining us, James.
My pleasure, Debbie. Thanks for having me.
James, so tell us about First Commonwealth Advisors and your role there. What do you do as the brokerage sales manager?
So First Commonwealth Advisors is a subsidiary or the brokerage subsidiary of First Commonwealth Financial. And we partner with First Commonwealth Bank, which is local to the region. The bank has 143, I believe, branches between Pennsylvania and Ohio. And my role as the brokerage sales manager is to manage a group of 23 financial advisors that each have a cluster of branches that they're responsible for. So we partner with the branch folks and help out their clients who have retirement and estate planning needs.
So how did you end up as the brokerage sales manager? Can you tell us a little bit about your career path?
Sure. So I came out of college 18 to 20 years ago. Immediately started working in a bank as a licensed banker. So sort of the beginning of the career of a financial advisor in the bank world. You get your licensing, you understand the bank side of things, but then you also get a taste of investments, learning how to talk to clients about mutual funds, the stock market, other types of investment vehicles like annuities and whatnot. I eventually, for 16 years, had a practice as a financial advisor in the bank. And about a year and a half ago, I made the change to a manager where now I manage financial advisors for the bank.
So can you talk to us about what you loved both in terms of when you actually were advising clients and now what you love in the management side?
As far as being an advisor, I loved helping people, right? I mean, when you get to see and you can actually help people grow their money, whether it be for retirement, for their kids' education, or help them to be able to pass money on to their beneficiaries more efficiently. There's such a gratification to that. So I love being a financial advisor. And really as a sales manager, my role is to try and take what I learned over that 16-year period where I had a very successful practice and try to help my financial advisors get better at their jobs. Help them learn more about product, help them learn more about concepts, give them more confidence. That's a huge part of being in sales, period, but definitely as a financial advisor.
So, James, what are some skills that make you good at being an advisor or good at being the sales manager?
So confidence is the biggest thing. There's no doubt. And sometimes confidence comes through time and just doing it over and over and over again. But confidence is the most important piece. If you don't have confidence, it's easy to tell on the other side of the table that, if you're not confident in the advice that you give, or if I'm not confident in the suggestions that I make to my advisors, I think it's pretty obvious. And, clients don't listen to people that don't speak confidently about their recommendations. So I think confidence is probably the biggest thing. Professionalism is really important. And it's something that I don't think enough people put enough focus on. Being professional, being articulate with your words, listening to clients, listening to people, not talking over them, just letting them finish after you ask questions. That professionalism, I think, is really important. And lastly, I would say helping and educating. That's a skill. You have to want to do that kind of thing. Some people don't want to. I have a brother that is an actuary. He sits in a cube and calculates rates for an insurance company as to what we should charge people for their benefits. That's his thing. I like to be out and helping people. That's more my focus. So those would be the skills that I would say are important.
So James, you mentioned that you went to college for a degree. Can you talk about kind of what the educational requirements are for a career in finance, or specifically as an advisor outside of that bachelor's degree that students should be aware of?
Yeah, sure. So my degree is from Duquesne University. I majored in finance, a double major in finance and investment management. Financial advisors come from all walks of life. A lot of them, though, typically will have either a finance degree, an accounting degree, or a marketing degree. marketing being pretty good for somebody who's in sales. So that's where most of my advisors have their post-secondary education. Beyond that, there's continuing needs for licensing. So I have various licensing. I have a Pennsylvania life accident and health license, long-term care certification. There's constant need to continue to keep your education current. We have 24 hours of continuing education credits that we have to complete every 2 years. It can be through online courses, in-person courses and trainings, those types of things. It's really important to continue to get educated and get licensing, and the education never stops. Let's just put it that way.
So James, if I'm in high school and I'm thinking about a career in finance, what are some questions that I should ask myself to know if that's going to be a good fit for me?
Am I good at math? Math and economics are really important to finance. And, when I was in high school, I was really good at math. Economics, I wasn't sure I liked because it seemed kind of boring. But as I got into college, I started to understand economics and how important that was. But I definitely think that you got to make sure that you like mathematics. The other thing is sales. Look, sales is not for everybody. It really isn't. I tell people, as even my own financial advisors who seem to be struggling a little bit with sales, when you actually think that you have to sell people something, it's difficult, right? Because you're sweating it, it's stressful. When you can take sales and you can change your own thought process and your own mindset and say, I'm not selling people anything, I'm trying to help people. And that's a whole different mindset. And so if you're in school and you're in high school and you want to be able to help people, and you can look at, the opportunity in finance to help people, grow their money, meet their goals for whether it be for their retirement, whether it be, I want to own a home someday, whatever it is, if you can be comfortable helping people, then, a financial advisor is a really good job as far as I'm concerned.
What's one piece of advice that you would offer to students who are aspiring to have a career in finance?
I would just say that, and it isn't necessarily finance, it's all works of life, I think. What we're entitled to, right? What you're entitled to is you're entitled to the right to work for everything that you deserve. I have a younger brother and I have nieces and nephews, and I have my own children. And it's important for me to teach them that you're not entitled to anything. The only thing you're entitled to is the right to work for what you deserve. And again, that goes back to what I said earlier about work ethic. It's really important. I've talked to some college grads. I've interviewed a lot of different people in my role, both as a financial advisor. I've interviewed a lot of licensed bankers, and now as a brokerage sales manager, I've interviewed financial advisors. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people that aren't afraid to work hard, that don't have an entitlement that they're entitled to a certain salary or that they're entitled to a certain number of hours that they have to work. I want people that want to get the job done, and that's really, really important to me. So that would probably be the one piece of advice. You can always get better. It doesn't matter where you are. I mean, I spent years as a financial advisor where I was in my company. I was always ranked in the top 5 or 10 of the company. And I always wanted to continue to learn more and more and help me get better and better and better. And when you get to a point where you think that you're that good and you can't learn anymore, I think that's when failure sets in. I really believe that we can always get better. I'm always looking to get better at my job and learn more about what my boss does and learn more about what I can do to get better as a sales manager.
James, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and experiences with us today.
Absolutely. I appreciate the opportunity to help.
For more information or to learn about other careers in the Career Journey series, visit our website and check back soon for our next installment. Thanks!